court this morning.
It's visibly enough to say that we're expecting a hive of activity, like it did indicate already that we see law enforcers here and also SANDF members just not far from the court. There's barbed wire barricaded, of course, just to make sure that the ANC members that are expected to proceed to the court are at least at a distance, as we know that the suspended Secretary-General Ace Magashule has many supporters. We've seen with the previous appearance where we would see his supporters making his way to the court just to give him support. Just last time when we were here in his appearance, we saw that activity. But I just want my colleague Tsepo Moime just to show you exactly what I'm talking about, where there's so much visibility of police, of course, and the court proceedings are expected to be sitting at 9 o'clock. We must remember that last time when we were here, it was postponed to today so that there's enough documents that are being handed over to the legal representatives. There were some outstanding documents on this matter, and now today we're expecting that the defense will have received the full indictment. We're expecting now the court to set the trial, the awaited trial for this case. We must remember that this dates back to the 2014 scandal of 255 million rand asbestos that was supposed to have been eradicated in all parts of the Free State, and unfortunately that didn't happen. It simply means that the 255 million rand, there was no value for money. We saw the Auditor General's report in 2015 where it did indicate that there were many irregularities on this case. Also, the DA taking this matter to court. On the accused, I must indicate that as much as the attention is on the suspended Secretary-General Ace Magashule, there's also other people that are heavily implicated for fraud and corruption, like the businessman Edwin Sodi for his company, as also the former MEC of the Free State for Human Settlement, Aphumelele Mdlalane, who's also the ousted former mayor of the executive mayor. Somehow they did receive a gratification. We saw on the indictment that they were either direct or indirectly have benefited to this matter. This matter also was deliberated at the Free State Legislature, where opposition parties have been complaining that 255 million rand, that is tax money, supposed to be helping the Free State residents, but no project was feasible for this. Now that's why we're here today. We are expecting, of course, the proceedings not to take long, as it is only the agreement of the trial date, but the NPA has since maintained that they have the strong case against all the accused, given that we already know that one of their key witnesses is the former PA of Ace Magashule, Muradi Chalata, who is residing in the United States. But they are saying that they are in contact with her, and she's one of the state witnesses that will be making her way to court. And also Mxolisi Dukwana, who is now the MEC for Kokta in the Free State, also did indicate that he is going to be the witness on this matter. We must remember that Mxolisi Dukwana was at the state capture where he deliberated, or rather did tell the state capture that yes, there's so many flawed money was being irregularly spent here. He says that there's a lot, of course, that he witnessed when he was in office also in terms of irregularities and fraud and corruption allegations, of course, have always been in the forefront. Like this is no different to the case of the Fred Dairy, where also it was seen that during the Magashule's tenure here, when he was a premier, there were some, of course, the siphoning of these irregularities of money to some companies linked to the Gupta company. So this is just one of the similar scandals that we see here in the Free State, and we, as I did mention, that we'll be expecting a hive of activity, given that also today is the birthday of Ace Magashule, and knowing that he has a stronghold supporters, at least that we have seen so far during the last appearance. We are expecting that, and the proceedings will be starting at 9 o'clock.
Much for that update coming from Bloemfontein there, and of course that is a big story that is also going to fit in and amongst the election results that are coming out. So